I was having a lot of problems with depression and anxiety, which were definitely made worse by some physical health problems I was having, and it just seemed like the perfect place to kind of figure out how to get a balance between the two and just kind of feel more connected. I had this vision of like controlling all of my emotions and like telling them when they could affect me and when they couldn't. And it's just been this beautiful, like, embracing of the emotions and like welcoming them, processing them, and then just kind of going through the full circle of emotions and just kind of realizing that they aren't bad. They just need to be processed properly. So I think that emotional regulation is something like you hear about, but until you actually like dive in and do the work, like you don't realize how life changing it can be. It's hard to it's hard to put that in an order just because there's so much, but I think it was the combination of a safe place with people that just really felt supportive, and it was led by somebody that has such a big heart and just throws her whole heart and soul into everything she does, and it just really kind of leads by example and shows you what's possible. And um, it's just been really cool to see people from all different walks of life with all different life stories all just kind of have these emotions that you can connect with and you can kind of feel where they're coming from without walking in their shoes. And it's been a beautiful kind of melting pot of emotions and just all kind of struggling and learning how to process things together. It's the first time I've really let myself jump into a group where we're so open and vulnerable, where that's the focus. I'd say, like, if I compared it to like support groups for like terminal illnesses or like church stuff, like sometimes you feel I felt on the outside a little bit, and this one was so like immersive, and it just felt so welcoming, and I just was able to engage in a way that like I never would have been able to before. And I'm off of all anxiety medications, and even through some trials, tribulations, I've gone through heartbreak, I've gone through grief, and like I'm processing things in a way that like I never thought was even possible. I thought you had to like have a college degree and like just like spend your whole life working at it. And I'm like, if I can make this difference in 12 weeks, like it's amazing what the next 12 weeks will bring. I'm just gonna miss the people. I think it was really just learning not to turn off emotions and not to keep them at an arm's length, but just to really embrace them, and not only just embrace my emotions, but try to kind of encourage other people's emotions, and like learning just how to balance self-care, empathy for others, empathy for self, and just to see myself go through a hard time and realize like, wow, I actually handled that that nicely. And I mean, it was an actual aha moment, like just sitting in the hospital and just being like, I'm okay, and it just felt good. Honestly, I just wish it lasted forever. It's just been wonderful to have something to look forward to every week, and I swear everything that it goes wrong is like either right before or the day of, and it just there's like a piece of just knowing like, okay, I'm about to go to my place with my people, and just it's just a really relaxed environment, and it's not rigid like I was expecting it to be, like, and you have to do it this way. And I think the beautiful part of it is you get different things from different weeks, and then in the end it all just kind of comes full circle, and you realize how perfectly they weave together, and the difference of like, okay, if I'm feeling this way, this is the techniques I use. If I'm feeling this way, this, and just kind of having those tools readily available, and just knowing like what to pull out when, and just immerse myself in the process. So I'm just very grateful to feel as good as I do and just know kind of how to regulate things from here on out.